Welcome to week 6 and part 6 on how to create enough passive income and residual income in your Juice Plus business to never have to work again. I'm Jason Grossman. If you're listening to this, I'm hoping you have listened to the previous 5 recordings or videos. If not, please take the time to ask your team leader to find access or have access to all 5 of those videos to ensure that you have followed the systems in its entirety and you are getting the most out of your Juice Plus business. Today we're going to be talking about product itself, Juice Plus product, and product training. And we have the privilege and honor today to have a legend with us today, Steve Coulter. I'm hoping I pronounced that correctly. Steve is with us, and I'll be announcing him and bringing him on board in a moment. And a little bit about Steve. Steve is, and I do apologize if I mispronounce anything here as well. Steve Coulter is a legend. Some of you may have heard of him before, and he's original surf Ironman, one of the original surf Ironman with the Kellogg's Ironman series, starting all the way back in the mid-80s. Was a competitor at the elite of surf life-saving competition since the 1985. Hawaiian Molokai, again, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, Steve. Surf Ski Masters winner. Obviously, being spent years as a personal trainer and had the opportunity to be a personal trainer to many movie personalities and celebrities. A strength coach for some of the Australian top elite athletes of all time. A writer of a plethora of fitness articles for many different leading women's magazines. Also the owner of a previous commercial fitness equipment, extremely successful supply business. Also winning a Sydney 2000 Olympic contract, which in itself is incredibly impressive. He's a public speaker and travels the globe now and speaks on health and wellness and lecturing to thousands of people over the past decade, and is one of his passions. And he's also been a national marketing director, NMD, with Juice Plus all the way back since 1998, and you know, so he's right now currently, as far as I know, if not definitely one of the most highest income earners for Juice Plus in Australia. So he is the man, and we're privileged and blessed to have him with us today to share his profound knowledge on Juice Plus as a product. You know, we've heard from myself and we've heard from John Pilato. John Pilato, also NMD. I actually have just found out I will be QNMD in 2 weeks, which is really exciting. For those who are just starting or well on your way, stay focused. Focus on, remember the elements we've spoken about with your monthly event, your nutrition assessment process, and your 5 customers a week, and you're using a Google contact list. Make sure you're having your weekly training. Bring everything together. Okay, and today we're going to focus purely and simply, we're all personal trainers. 99% of us are personal trainers listening to this right now. We're curious about the product and its benefits and why we should choose Juice Plus over any other multivitamin or any other product on the market. And Steve's going to elaborate and go specifically through that. As Steve actually says, as a sports person for over 25 years and working in the health and fitness industry as a strength and fitness trainer, he's learned that a good exercise program does not substitute a poor diet, and we know that as fitness professionals. Good nutrition provides the building blocks that all our cells need to stay healthy, with fruits and vegetables being one of the most important for the delivery of all micronutrients. Juice Plus delivers all the micronutrients from a wide variety of fruits, vegetables, and grains that our body needs every single day in a convenient form that our body can assimilate and utilize. Since adding Juice Plus to his daily diet over 13 years ago, his health has improved considerably, and this has allowed him to continue in his sport as an ocean paddler, which is one of his true passions, at the highest and most elite level, and is now a legend in that sport. So without further ado, I'm going to hand you over to Steve, and I'm going to give him full power of the mouse so he can share his screen with you. Hi Steve, how are you going? Glad you can join us today.
And thanks for having us, Jason. With that is that I know that I'll probably let you down because I saw that it goes back so far, and I kind of forget about all that stuff that you know you spoke about then. But anyway, I'll tell you one thing though. I'm really impressed that you yourself have just reached the qualified national marketing director stage of Juice Plus, because I don't meet many people that earn a residual income, and it's amazing that you've achieved that.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate your kind words, and it's a privilege and honour to have you with us today. And I look forward to staying connected with you over the upcoming next 9 to 12 months when I can gratefully and excitedly say that I'm NMD, and hopefully a lot of the people listening right now will join us on that journey and reach that point as well.
Yeah, look, yeah, you did mention, and I hope that that'll definitely happen with you, there's no doubt, but you did mention it's one of those situations with this company and with this style of business and product being, you know, nutrition, fruits and vegetables, whole food concentrates. It's one of those styles of business where you can choose where you want to work and when you want to work for the rest of your life. And for me, I found that really hard to understand to begin with, because I was just so used to traditional, set the alarm at 4:45, get up, eat. For so long. You know, like I've been with working with the product of Juice Plus now, so that sort of takes me 15 years. And if someone had said, this is the position you're going to be in 15 years' time, I would have not believed it. So it is an amazing place to be, but it all stems off the back of really loving what you do and being sincerely passionate about assisting people with the problems of eating in modern day. And because of that, it's really sort of opened up a Pandora's box on ways that I can assist people in you know their pattern of eating and changing what their body is going to crave for the rest of their life. And so it's been very, very fulfilling, Jason, and everyone on the webinar. Thanks very much for having me and investing some. What I would like to touch on is when you're working in the fitness industry or the health industry, there's many aspects of areas that you can focus on. Obviously, there's different areas of the fitness arena that you want to, you know, target into. There's different areas of maybe business management within your actual fitness business. There's also areas of income that you can dovetail into your existing business, and I would recommend that looking at a focused area, in particular some area of nutrition, is very, very important as part of your fitness industry business as a whole. And I love working with the fitness industry in particular, because the way I see it is that we are the people that lead, we're the examples in society that are at the forefront of leading a healthy lifestyle. And a healthy lifestyle is not easy to live today, simply because there's so many distractions, if you like, and there's so many influences that can persuade you off that track. Now, you know, make no mistake, I'm no saint, and I love, you know, a good feed, and I love, you know, chocolate, and I love those particular things just as much as anyone else does. But really, it's coming up with a system that you can lead by example and be healthy with your nutrition most of the time. You know, maybe it might be 80% of the time, or 3/4 of the time, or 90% of the time, whatever it is, that you will remain sane, that you will remain relatable to everyone out there, and that you'll be able to be a shining example of what can be done just by bringing in those beautiful whole foods and good nutrition that the body is simply craving all the time. One thing I'd like to point out with the area of Juice Plus is that, you know, we are a fruit and vegetable company, and it's very nutritional company, because what basically happened with Juice Plus, you know, the inventor, if you like, Dr. Humbert Santillo, he was in a position where he knew the importance of these compounds in raw plants, and he knew what they were doing to benefit many patients in hospital, because he was the holistic naturopathic specialist in the public hospital system that was delivering these nutritious compounds to patients, and he was seeing the results. Now, it's all well and good to have that as an idea, but to be able to bring that into the real world and make that happen in a big way and start to tackle the issue of fruit and vegetable nutrition in the large population becomes very, very difficult. Anyway, he's done it, and so he needs to be, you know, continually wrapped for that, because it's a big call.
So, Steve, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I just want to say that if you haven't yet, you can actually share your screen. So that way, if you've got your PowerPoint there, just click on share your screen, because we're not able to see your screen yet.
Yep, okay, hang on a second, okay.
On the top left of the panel it says show my screen, and that way we can all see what you've got there.
Right, okay, let me just get that up then. So, yeah, talking about Dr. Santillo, I actually don't have anything on the screen of him, but I'll put this presentation up that I want to go through with you. Letting us know that.
Thanks, Steve. I'll let you continue. Thank you very much.
That's okay. So, in what Dr. Humbert Santillo has done in being able to bring the concept of Juice Plus to the market, is essentially develop a system so that the variety of fruits and vegetables that are majorly important to the diet that humans have evolved with, all right? Okay, those fruits and vegetables, all right, have been able to be consumed now through convenient supplement form in the form of Juice Plus. And so where the difficulty came into this, where it was very difficult to fulfill this, was by one of America's leading biochemists, who in fact already working in the juicing industry in a big way. And it was Michael Barnard, who I've met many times now, was the guy that was able to dry those whole food compounds and get those whole food compounds into the raw nutrient powder, so that all of the vitamins that naturally occurred in apples, oranges, peaches, pawpaw, pineapple, cranberries and cherries, all of the minerals and bioflavonoids and enzymes and polyphenols and carotenoids, all of the micronutrients that were in the spinach, the cabbage, the kale, the parsley, the broccoli, the beetroot, the tomato and the carrot, all of these things were all alive and well in the raw whole food powders. And as a result of successfully doing this, you know, well over 20 years ago now, it was way ahead of its time. But now, you know, having been the first and withstood the enormous amount of time in the innovation phase, many companies and many people have picked up on the concept of this and are attempting to put in some form of whole food nutrient powdered compound product into their vitamin range. And we see this a lot, which is a really good compliment to Juice Plus, to know that we've been the industry leader and it has really picked up momentum, which is a good thing in the world now, because it brings more people towards the understanding of the power of raw fruit and vegetables and the power of the concentrated nutrients that we can get out of them. It's just that we've got to make sure that we find the product that works and that has been proven and tested that it works. So one thing that we have in our advantage is the governments around the world now and the medical institutions and authorities are continually giving a huge education on why we must eat more of the whole foods, why the variety of fruits and vegetables, why the particular combinations of fruits and vegetables in their rainbow colours and in their species work so well together. And so just here in Australia, you can go to the Department of Health and Ageing and you can click on any of those different states to see what their recommendation on whole foods are. And this is particularly becoming more and more important. And around the world now, all the big medical institutes, the American Cancer Council, the American Heart Association, these big CASE, the Cancer Advancement, the Cancer Education in the States, they all have major recommendation on how many plants we need to eat in whole food and in whole serving form per day, and how many varieties we should be looking at. And so that brings us back to where we actually are as a fruit and vegetable company, and sometimes it's very difficult to get your head around this, but if you can start to think about the infrastructure of what it takes us to produce those whole food nutrient concentrates in the capsule, you'll realize how vitally valuable having your Juice Plus powders every day are to not only your health, but everyone that you can touch and help in the area of health and nutrition. And first of all, you know, our seed bank, our organic seed bank, and our integrity of the species of our fruits and vegetables, and our particular strains of the species being 100% natural without any genetic modification ever involved, is a fantastic thing. The capacity to continually have the orchards that grow the varieties of produce that we need to make sure that those 7 fruits and 8 vegetables and the fibres from our 2 grains are always in perfect condition and perfect supply, and that our produce is the best that the globe, that the planet Earth can grow. And there's an enormous amount of time and effort and investment goes into our farming and agriculture. And that in itself has become one of the reasons why the Juice Plus whole food powders are so much more potent than the freeze-dried varieties that you would typically buy out there on the marketplace. And so having the fruits and vegetables grown by us for us is the first step. In other words, you know, when you run the quality control of a nutritional whole food company that's the biggest in the world, you've got to make sure that not only are your farming methods and purities up to speed, but also the capacity to vine ripen the produce so that the plants that you're growing are as rich in their nutritional capacity as what they can be. Because otherwise, at the end of the whole production line in this, you end up with a whole lot of product that potentially is nowhere near as nutritious as what it needs to be. And with Juice Plus and the volume of scientific scrutiny that is placed on our product and our company, the species of fruits and vegetables that we grow are second to none. And the vine ripening, that means the ultimate maturity of the plants still in the soil, becomes vitally important because we then want to have the best produce to start to go into our process of juicing that we can have, because that means that the less produce we're going to have juicing, the more nutrient concentrate is going to be within that individual species. So it comes down to the quality of what our powders are going to be like. But when we consider why, people say to me all the time, why the varieties of these fruits and these vegetables? And it really comes down to the trained knowledge of the biochemist and the team that formulated Juice Plus, and knowing that the selection of those fruits and vegetables are the combination that works synergistically the best. In other words, all of the phytonutrients within each one of those plants work very, very well with the others. And here, we have some vegetables like carrot, for example, on your screen now. It has a tremendous cellular identity to the eyes. But here we have a vegetable known as celery, which gives you tremendous benefits, for bone health, for example. But that actually isn't one of the vegetables in Juice Plus. And my point to showing you that is that Juice Plus is not the be-all and end-all of the variety of fruits and vegetables people need to rely on per day. Although many of our customers that work in the mines in WA, Juice Plus would be the largest variety of fruits and vegetables they would eat in their life, because the rest of their diet is made up of beer, French fries and steak. So there is many vegetables in Juice Plus that you need to look at outside of the varieties that are on the label of Juice Plus that you should be consuming. But these combinations and these areas of health that the different fruits and vegetables in Juice Plus provide are very, very important to the areas of health that you are looking for. And so when we bring each species on its own into our production plant, the time between picking from the orchard or out of the crops into a specialized shipment process that delicately transports all our plants in a complete temperature controlled environment, because that has to be getting ready for our very important washing and juicing procedure, and the temperature of our fruits and vegetables has to be extremely cold when they go through that process. Leading into our juicing facility, it's nothing like the juicer you would have on your bench here. And as a matter of fact, if you go to our website, juiceplus.com, there's a short video on the front of that website that will actually show you the type of commercial juicing machinery that we have to use, and let me assure you, the different juices that are used for the different types of fiber structure of the different plants cost an absolute fortune. These machines are delicately manufactured in Germany. They're enormous, to say the least, and they're frightfully expensive. As a matter of fact, we just had to replace a juicer that cost us more than $240,000 US for one juicer that juiced a particular variety of our vegetables. And so that type of investment in infrastructure, people don't realise. So what we are doing is we are juicing fruits and vegetables into a compound that that simply brings the produce into a very thick puree, and it's that thick puree that is then dried at a very, very controlled temperature, and that drying of that controlled temperature is particularly important because that is where we mustn't have any denaturing occur of the delicate nutrients. And what we have in Juice Plus is not just the major vitamins and minerals and nutrients that those vegetables are known for example, vitamin C in orange and beta-carotene in carrots and vitamin E in spinach. All of the nutritional alphabet that you could come up with is all there. And it's in there in very delicate Mother Nature ratios. And so including our berry blend, which is one of the newest additives in Australia to our range, and these fruits and vegetables, they have to be kept in their full synergistic form in terms of the nutrient capacity so that all of the things that they're supposed to do still are done when you ingest them into your body. And as a result, the research that we have on this has become so significant that many companies around the world now are actually using our research on the capacity and the potency of what whole food nutrition will deliver. They're using our research to market and sell their products. As a matter of fact, many brands now even have the reference to our research in their brochures, which is sort of quite interesting to see. And so, but that's, once again, that's a major compliment on our behalf. And so this is why the company has decided to allow Juice Plus to withstand tremendous medical scientific scrutiny. And it's because that, and the reason it's been going on for so long is because it continually validates the whole process from farming to vine ripening to growing to picking to the juicing procedure to the capacity to still dry the thick pureed juice into the raw nutrient powders, to be able to blend and mix those perfect ratios of fruit and vegetable nutrient powders together so they meet exactly your label, and that the breakdown of the whole food amounts of the fruit and vegetables are exactly detailed on your label in the product, and that label and that measuring amount is continually audited by the TGA, the Therapeutic Goods Administration in Australia, and that auditing has to make sure that the produce that is sold in Australia of Juice Plus and the efficacy of that is exactly accurate. And so the research that's been done on Juice Plus is focused on those major biomarkers of health that you and me and everyone on the planet, no matter where we come from, what we do, but those biomarkers of health that are majorly important to us. So first of all, we want to know that the full bioavailability of all the nutrition is there, and that nutrition can be absorbed, for example, and a study can be done at Charite University in Berlin, Germany, on many, many doctors, and that particular study, right, can show 529 medical practitioners, to be exact. That particular study can show you that the absorption of these vital nutrients, the bioavailability, the fact that the body can absorb these nutrients, can go on and protect these particular groups of people against cold and flu. And you've got to remember that, you know, the medical fraternity is in the front of infection all the time. And it was a great subject group. That study was then gone on to be published in the British Journal of Nutrition. And this is the type of research that we're looking for. There's the details of that study showing just the standard intake of 2 fruit and 2 vegetable capsules every day were able to give these healthcare professionals tremendous protection. And that was an example that all of us should be interested get into a process of burning that fat and having to deal with the toxicity from the burning of that fat and the deal with often the things that prevent you from taking the next level in your goal to become leaner, that all that nutrition is in the blood protecting you from that oxidative stress that's going on at that time. So this is the sort of research, and you can go to the areas of Juice Plus on our website, juiceplus.com, and you can actually click on research, and you can go straight to the hyperlink of all of the studies that have been done on Juice Plus. And when you go to the hyperlink, you're not going to see those studies in our website. You're going to be taken to the university that the research was done in. And I don't want to get too complex into this. I don't want to sort of like bore you with this whole research aspect of Juice Plus. But what I want to do is show you why, simply why, you know, this is important when you start to review other brands of nutritional support. And I can tell you, over the last 15 and a half years, I have reviewed and critiqued hundreds of different types of brands, and I've had some interesting job offers along the way. But this is what I end up with. I end up with a claim by a company, and they're claiming something. They might be claiming that, you know, you'll have better immunity, that you will, you know, have more zing in your step, that you will, you know, potentially feel better. The claim will be in their advertising. The claim may be that you will build more muscle, that you'll recover faster, that your first phase energy system will be improved. You just look at the brand claim that the companies, all companies, put out, because that's what they're trying to promote and sell their product on. And then you start to drill in to where you can find the evidence that shows you that their claim on their brand has been proven. So what you're looking for is evidence that their claim is being proven. Now, this is where you find there is no significant evidence. In other words, I just compare every company to the evidence and the pathway that we deliver. And I just say, here's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the independent university and their team of professors and their department of biochemistry that conducted their own research trial in their own facilities, and I want your brand name product to be the product that they used in their particular study. That's what I'm looking for. And if you can show me that that pathway has been done, then I want to see where the results of that study have been published. So in other words, where was the significance within the study, and which creditable journal published it? And if you can work down this pathway, you'll realize that nearly every company in the nutrition industry is based on unsubstantiated claims. And this is what becomes not only motivating for me, but also concerning for me, is because most of the consumer-based market out there is believing the claim because they're so desperate to get the result. And they're just believing the claim that the companies is putting forward. And so the type of claim that I'm looking for is one that's going to be of major health significance. And that health significance is going to be incredibly strong to help all people, no matter what area of sport, no matter what area of illness, no matter what area of health endeavour they're looking for. Right? I'm looking for major claims, major significant research results, not just a very fine line. I'm looking for the publication of the results to be done in quality medical journals, and I'm looking for the universities that do the research, all right? I'm looking for the institutions to be of reputable standing, to be of good company. I'm then looking for many journals on the different areas of research. So I'm looking for stuff that's going to be particularly relative to the recovery of aerobic and anaerobic exercise. I'm looking for the material that's going to show great protection of the immune system at the cellular level, down to things like, you know, the reduction of, you know, latent herpes virus, the cold sore. All right? I want to look at research like the Journal American College of Cardiology that's going to show improvement in your heart and your vascular health after you start to eat a high-fat meal. Now, why is that so important in today's world? Because everyone you know eats high-fat meals. As a matter of fact, they eat meals that are so high in trans fats, saturated fats, and hydrogenated oils that in our previous ancestry, we were never able to get that much of those ingredients in one mouthful of food. But nowadays, the food companies can get percentages of trans fats, saturated fats, and hydrogenated oils in such concentration, in such potency into the food that kids can have hardening of the arteries under the age of 9. So we're looking for research that can get right down to the level of DNA, things that research that's going to start to prevent, you know, gingivitis and gum bleeding and things like this. We're looking for data that's going to affect every person in everyday life on a massive, broad spectrum. We're looking for varieties of fruits and vegetables, right, that are proven and that are products that we have evolved with, right? I'm not looking for ingredients in products that I haven't got a clue what they mean, and particularly ingredients that have been made in a synthetic lab out of a combination of chemicals. I'm looking for ingredients in my nutritional support that come from a variety of fruits and vegetables and plants that I can recognize. And Juice Plus delivers that, both in the soft chew format and in the capsule format. I'm looking for plants that I know in my current day lifestyle I probably won't eat on a daily basis, but I know I should eat. I just got my box of organic fruits and vegetables delivered this morning. I get one full box every week. It cost me $70 delivered to the house, and we mow through that in about 2 or 3 days. But there is no way, just because I live a good diet on fruits and vegetables, that I wouldn't use my Juice Plus every day, because in my box of organics, not all of them are vine ripe, and I can assure you, and they certainly don't cover the broad spectrum of fruits and vegetables that I particularly need. All right? I want to make sure that when I'm eating my tomatoes, that the tomato nutrients in my nutritional support have the highest levels of lycopene and those different antioxidants for my heart health. I want to make sure that my oranges have been on that tree to the peak of maturity. I want to make sure that the different green leafy vegetables delivering that folic acid and that DNA protection are all there. And so that's why we have the different fruits and vegetables and the integrity of them in our product in Juice Plus. And so this story finishes with such a simple message, and that is, Juice Plus is for everybody that that is unable to eat, afford, or won't consume those important fruits and vegetables that will do such a potent job in their body every day. And so therefore, when you start to look at the people that you work with, you realize that a whole food concentrated form of fruit and vegetables that is able to be consumed in supplementation becomes a vital role in modern day society. And Juice Plus now has a massive track record in consumerism. Millions of people around the world have used it, and there's not been one batch recall ever in the existence of the product, which is just tremendous. It wasn't so long ago that one of the companies that made many of our over 80% of our multivitamins and vitamin products was actually deregistered, and all those products were pulled from the shelves because they had a pharmaceutical blend of powder mixed in with them from a sleeping tablet. And as a result, the Pan Pharmaceutical debacle unfolded, and to watch that happen was just a disgrace. And to know that Juice Plus being, this is what we are, this is all we are, and this is why we produce the best functional nutritional nutrient compound in the world, and it's why we can passionately get out there and use the product and recommend it to everyone we come across. And so as a result, our business model enables all of us to directly trade with our company at whatever marketing ability you want to use. It allows us to directly trade to our customer base, and it allows us to expand the market in the free world as much or as little as we like. And the company integrity and the fact that there is no minimum or maximums and there's no requirement, and the company in particular has restrictions on how much stock you can buy, because they realize that us as people that want to recommend good health using Juice Plus, we don't need to buy a whole lot of stock. We don't need to run a shop. We don't need to participate in that old antiquated style of trade. What we need to do is be on the front foot of good promotion, the front foot of good evidence, and allow our head office and our dispatch system, which is up in Merriweather Street, Merriweather in Newcastle, to do its job. And that's how we're able to market and trade with hundreds of thousands of Juice Plus franchisees in the world, and it's how we're able to ship to millions and millions of customers in the world with this tried and proven system of marketing, this modern day marketing revolution. And all you guys that are on the webinar today, I really hope, for your business success, that you're able to tap into the benefits of what not only our company can teach you in the areas of marketing in the modern day world, but also in the areas of functional business practice and high profitability with low overheads. And I suppose that really sort of brings me to the benefits of what it's like to be here sort of 15 and a half years later. I haven't worked since in another job since January 2001, although I must admit I just got paid last month. I just did the new Bingley ad, and so I feel a bit embarrassed about that, because I actually took payment for that, and it's sort of wrecked the story, because I've been able to say that I haven't received any income for another employee for coming up to 13 years. But that sort of wrecked that. But anyway, if you see the ad, you can get a laugh out of it. You won't recognise me. I had long hair and I looked like a bit of a dag. But it's great to be able to have such a business that is based on a consumable product that is eaten day and night, day and night, day and night, and that is a continually residually paid income every month. And if someone had said to me, you know, Steve, there's a way in this world you can have too much money and not enough month to spend it in, I would never have agreed, because my life was always the money would run out before the end of the month. But thank God I looked at this seriously, and I got involved with Juice Plus and NSA back in March in '98. And thank God I sort of, you know, took advice from some of the people that spoke to me at the time. So, you know, if I can be of any help to you guys that are on the webinar today, I know probably many of you are up in Queensland, but I travel up there a fair bit. If I can be of help to any of you guys on a product point of view or on a company business point of view with Juice Plus, please contact John or Jason, and let's sort something out, because that's all I do now and it's all I love to do. And I really do thank you guys for being on the webinar with us today. I appreciate your time so much. So great job. And also, Jason, thanks very much for organising this. You're doing a tremendous job out there in the industry. So big clap to you, mate. So thank you very much, everyone. I'll hand you back to Jason and wrap it up from here.
Hey Steve, before you go, just first of all, just a massive thank you and congratulations on a great delivery. I think a lot of people appreciate your time today. Do you mind if I ask you a couple of questions before you go? I'm pretty sure you're more than capable to answer them. Is it okay if I ask you a couple of quick questions?
Oh, totally.
Yeah, the first one is, what I want to do is,
totally.
First thing, I just want to say that you've hit the nail on the head, because there's actually people listening right now from all over Australia, and there's actually a couple of internationals. I believe there's one person from the UK and one person from the US listening in right now. Just so that's I guess the impact we're beginning to have, and we're doing some really cool things. And the people that are listening right now we're all a part of a great team, a great community, and the things that we're launching together at the moment is really exciting. But that aside, everybody that's listening right now is here because of lifestyle design. We're all people that want to create a business model or a business that allows us to design our lifestyle in a way that we can have that freedom to live our life the way we want and then contribute to the community. But what I want to do, since we're all here, is I like to give everybody a focus for the week. And I really want to, I haven't spent much time with any of my team, my downline. I think I've got about 150 franchisees, and there's a fair few people listening right now, but I really want to talk about the berry blend for a moment, because I haven't spent a lot of time with these guys on that, and also the premium pack. Would you just be able to give us a really quick rundown on the berry blend and why you would recommend the berry blend additional to the traditional Juice Plus product as a three-way set and as the premium pack?
Yes, I would. I get that question put to me often, Jason, so it's a good one. And first of all, the reason that the berry blend was developed in a standalone format is that the health benefits that those varieties of the very black, dark blue and purple fruits provide are tremendous. But they're very difficult to buy regularly because of the demand and supply, and so most people go without a diet rich in berries. Whereas if you look back to our ancestors, different berries grew plentiful in all the early areas of civilization, and so they were easily accessed, but they've disappeared from our diet. But the human body craves and requires them. The most obvious health benefits that they provide is in cardiovascular health, heart health, but that's really just the advertised or the more prominent areas of health that they seem to be found in. But they have huge levels of some of the major vitamins that we know, like vitamin C and like folic acid. And so the berry blend is exceptional to be able to have, made by Juice Plus. Okay, so the fact that Juice Plus has taken on board the whole structure of doing a full berry blend product is just unbelievable. And the healthcare professionals, they swear by berry blend in their recommendation to their patients with their Juice Plus. So what berry blend first of all does is it complements the varieties of fruits and vegetable, right, that Juice Plus fruit and vegetable blend have, and it brings in the third dimension. And here's what happens. The berry blend actually makes the vegetable and the fruit blend work even better. Okay? So if you want to get your nutrition to absolute premium, then you add the berry blend to the fruit and vegetable blend with your 2 capsules of berry blend every day. And so that's what I do. For me, personally, what did I notice? I noticed when I added the berry blend, I was training particularly hard at the time, and I noticed a significant lactate buffer. So in other words, I had a very, very rigid training program on my racing ski, and I had set distances that we were training on, and I noticed that my lactate tolerance was far more improved. So that's just me personally. What the company has done is given you an option that if you buy your Juice Plus berry blend with your fruit and vegetable blend as a premium pack, you get a discount rather than buying berry blend as a standalone. And so it's on the Juice Plus website as the premium pack, and it is a great way to set your fruit and vegetable and berry concentrate diet up with your Juice Plus program. Is that all right?
Yeah, awesome. Thanks very much for sharing that. And I'll just bring it up. It's a bit of a small version, but you can see the premium pack is only $114. So it's only an extra, what is that? Is that $40? An extra $40 for the premium pack? Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 74 to 14. That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
$40.
So with the premium pack, guys, so what I want to do, guys, is my challenge to each and every one of you guys as of this week is I'm going to make some slight nuances, some slight changes to our close. So as Steve is probably aware, we use a nutrition assessment process, and we go through a process where we prescribe. We don't suggest or recommend. We prescribe Juice Plus. And we've actually formulated a script, and we have video scripting and all the rest of it to help these guys out, Steve. But what I want to do is, most of you would have heard of double binds marketing, and those of you that work with me one-on-one know that whenever we sell personal training, we go with this. You have 2 options. You can choose option A or option B, because it eliminates the choice of no. So what we're going to do is over the next few weeks, I'll formulate this, but I want to invite you guys to practice this in your own time with your nutrition assessment processes. Is to, instead of going to Juice Plus, you're going to go, you can have the Juice Plus, the garden blend with the fruit and veg, or if you want to go all out, you are that serious about your own health, then you can have the premium pack where you'll save this, you'll get the berry blend, the antioxidant, and it's only an extra $1 odd a day. It's only $114 a month. So what are your thoughts about that, guys? I guess if we all begin to work together to start promoting and focusing on getting everybody on premium packs rather than the traditional product. And I know there's a couple of you guys like Jay and Alexia and Bo and a few of you guys in here that are just absolute guns. There's a couple of guys that there's 2 people in particular that have done 12 plus customers in a month over the last few months. And a lot of these, majority of the people listening now will get 5 to 10 customers in a month on an average month. So most of the guys listening now are, they're pretty serious about the product. And I haven't spoken to anybody, and this is one of my intentions for today, is I'm going to formulate this a little bit more strategically over the next few weeks and systemize it. And I know John Pilato is listening now. And what I want to do, guys, is I want to incorporate into our nutrition assessment process and our close process. I want to start getting all of our new customers on premium packs. And I want to invite each and every one of you to contact your action item for this next 7 days. And if you're listening to this as a recording, this is your action item for the next 7 days as well. is to contact all of your current customers to see how they're going, give them a ring, and also let them know about the premium back and upgrading. Now, those of you who are personal trainers, you have the leverage and flexibility and option to offer them an additional bonus. Like if you do this, I believe you need the premium pack with the antioxidants. It'll help with recovery from training. I'll tell you what, I'll even give you 2 free personal training sessions, and I'll give you this, this, and this. So my challenge, and especially to you guys like Jay and Alexia and you and Karina and Lachlan and a few of you not so competitive guys out there at all, not like me either. That's my challenge to each and every one of you, and I'm looking forward to, let's create a bit of a conversation in our group after this about the best ways we can do it, and be patient with me over the next few weeks. You know, I've got a lot launching and happening at the moment, and we'll structure this and we'll incorporate this into our close. So I think it's a pretty good idea. What do you think, Steve? Do you think that's a good idea?
Oh, listen, yeah, my word, and the fitness industry is onto this worldwide. Like, let me tell you, the dovetailing of Berry Blend into your clients and patients. You will see what happens with Juice Plus is once you add the Berry Blend to it, the results are even better. And that's the beauty with Juice Plus. For the tiny investment that it is each day, the results are instant because the nutrition goes to work at the cellular level within 17 seconds of swallowing the capsule. So adding this to the diet and adding this to the program of your clients is fantastic, but it really does start with you as individuals wanting to do it for yourself. And a lot of the conviction in what you're going to help and educate your clients with comes down to what you truly believe. And so the more you start to look at the Berry Blend, you look at the amount of research with the Berry Blend in it, you look at the areas of these high potency do your own due diligence on the different berries in the Berry Blend and plants, and see the power-packed action that those foods provide, and that'll significantly motivate you to show how your clients for $1 a day can get what would typically cost them $20 a day if they tried to do it themselves with the raw plants.
Well, thanks very much again for your time, Steve. And, I really appreciate you taking the time to show us today.
Yeah, thank you. I'd love to catch up when I'm in Brisbane next.
Next time you're in Brisbane, I'd love to catch up. Well, we're actually, just before we wrap up, we're in Brisbane for 3 more weeks, then we're in Europe for 5 weeks. We're doing, thanks to Juice Plus, I actually take all of our Juice Plus money, put it into a travel account, and it only gets used for travel. We've got 5 weeks in Europe and 2 weeks in USA this year, thanks to Juice Plus. In fact, I know a lot of the guys listening now have actually adopted that same strategy and use their Juice Plus just for travel. And you can imagine as you go through the levels how much more lavish that travel will be. So thanks to Juice Plus, we're doing Paris, Italy, Spain. We're actually doing the Tomato Festival on my birthday and then finishing on the Greek islands. It's going to be a tough 5 weeks. And then I'll be in the Gold Coast for 3 months, living in my favourite hotel. And then we're in the US for 2 weeks, then Bali for a couple of months. And again, Juice Plus is a massive part of this. I know for most people listening right now, your primary focus might be your personal training business and so forth. But remember that if you invest just 2 to 3 hours minimum consistently every week into Juice Plus for the next 3 to 5 hours, regardless of what else happens in your life, you'll never have to work again, and it's that simple. And you get to do it in a way where you get to change lives. So again, my challenge to each and every one of you for this week, action item, is to contact all your current customers and upgrade them to the premium, get them on the Berry Blend. Okay, and from now on, let's incorporate into your nutrition assessment process. I'll formulate this and systemize it over the upcoming weeks. We're going to use a double bind where they get to choose between the product and the premium, but we want to start getting everybody on premium. That's going to pump your volume up, and it's going to allow you to get your bonuses through your fast track sooner and move through the levels. I mean, if you're not yet sales coordinator, number one focus is to get you guys to sales coordinator ASAP, so we can lock in that $800 to $1,000 every single month, which essentially covers a quarter of your living expenses, just like that. That's simple. So thanks again, everyone, for your time, and thanks again, Steve. I look forward to speaking to each and every one of you again individually, and I look forward to hearing feedback about how you guys go with the Berry Blend and the Premium Pack too. Thanks very much, guys. Thank you.
Appreciate that. Thanks, Jason.